We have now pushed the limits of the cherry picker. Now I'm just gonna lower it down slowly. Ah. All right. That was spooky. Probably more spooky than it needed to be. Whatever. We got it done. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome back to Skiff Land. Dude, it's still not clicking to me. I love this place so much. Things are a little bit different today. There's no lights on, there's no AC on, there's no fans on. So it's super quiet and it's super hot. Unfortunately, the power is off today. When I got the place, they told me that I would eventually need to change the electricity into my name. They said that it was still in the previous owner's name. I don't know, man. There was a lapse. All right, I got a couple free days. It is what it is, man. Sue me. A couple free days. I was hoping that I might get a week or two out of it, but the day of reckoning came, and I got to the shop and the power was off. Unfortunate, and it is absolutely super hot in here. I've gone through like 3 shirts already, but I wanted to still pump out a video because, first of all, we have things that are exciting that we need to do with this Yamaha 60. I got these new controls from Daytona yesterday morning. They look great, not a scratch on them. He gave me a new wiring harness, a new key. He gave me new cables, which they're actually a little bit longer than I was hoping. So I might just keep the old cables in there. So we're gonna have to hook all that stuff up. I had a Yamaha like fuel receptacle laying around, so I clicked that on. Now I just need to grab the gas tank, grab a new gas line, put fuel in it, like, so we can have some new fuel back here. I'm gonna ditch the fuel water separator back there, and it's just gonna go straight to the gas tank. So we got a lot of stuff with the Yamaha 60. We're gonna fire it up in this video, and I'm stoked because it's gonna be the first motor we fired up in Skiff Land. And it's gonna be fun regardless, but that's not really gonna take too much time. I'm probably gonna be here for an hour, 2 hours maybe. It's like 2 o'clock right now. I would just love to be out of here before 5. It is what it is. We're gonna lose daylight at some point anyway, so we might as well get out of here. What else we got? We reloaded the old Yeti 75 with some waters and some LaCroix and some Powerade Zeros. I still need some more ice in there. I need a fridge in here. I'd love the LaCroix fridge, but at this point I just need a fridge. Need a fridge bad to keep everything cold, and I don't have to start, or I don't have to keep pumping this cooler full of ice. I've been pacing back and forth and back and forth. This is probably take 25 or 26 for this particular subject that I want to talk about. I keep making a video, but I keep deleting it because I don't want to commit to it, because it feels weird, it feels unnatural, but I feel like it's something that I have to address, and it's all regarding this Yamaha 115 that I picked up yesterday. If you haven't watched the video, I recommend pausing right now and going and watching that painfully awkward video of me going and buying this motor yesterday. It'll help you understand what I'm about to talk about right now. I really just wanted to address all the hate comments on the video yesterday. I haven't gotten hate comments in a while. I thought I was getting better with it, to be honest. But when I got them flooded with hate comments last night, after I posted the video. And I'm talking like nasty hate comments, things that I had to delete just to keep the comment section clean. Because I try to keep the whole channel clean, family friendly, fun, you know? But I had to delete a bunch. That's how bad it got. So you won't see them over there. You'll still see some people who are upset. But I just want to address it now that I've taken a night to make peace with it all, which I'm surprised I did, because last night was rough. Just getting flooded with hate comments, and it's rough. Don't come to me for advice. If you're starting a YouTube channel or whatever and you're getting hate comments and you want to know how to deal with it, whatever, don't come to me for advice. I don't know. It gets under my skin and it bums me out and I get sad about it and it stays on my mind all night. I lose sleep over it. Don't come to me for advice. I'm only human. But I keep it real. I'm not going to act like it doesn't get to me. But I figure I just address it because I feel like people are mad without knowing the full story. And I think if I kind of paint this picture, it'll kind of just clear the air. So yesterday I cruised out to Homosassa or whatever, Southwest Florida. And I go to pick up this motor. Before I even left, I messaged the guy. We talked for a while. He was very unpleasant in the messaging, which I get. You know, it's hard to find good people on Facebook Marketplace these days, so I don't really take too much offense to it. But he was unpleasant nonetheless. Now, in the conversation, I asked him if he had wiggle room on the price. He said yes. To be fair, even in the post of the motor, it said OBO, 3,500 OBO. Now, I brought 3,500 because you never know what's going to happen. You always got to plan for the worst. I've actually pulled up the deals before and somebody else showed up at the same time to look at the deal, which I thought actually happened in the video yesterday. You can hear me when I walked up. He said somebody else was there and I thought somebody was there looking at the motor. So that's kind of what I'm referring to. I actually got into a bidding war before and I didn't have enough cash on me to end up taking the deal home. Now, 3,500 for this motor, I felt was a good deal from the jump. So that's why I was okay with, if worse comes to worse, I'll pay the 3,500. But he did say he had wiggle room. So I thought we were going to land somewhere around, 3,000, 3,300. Just the words wiggle room on Facebook Marketplace, depending on how much the product is, I feel like wiggle room is a good, $300-400 in, either direction. If somebody says like OBO, like wiggle room, all this stuff, you can maybe like chalk it up to 500. Like you can tell how desperate people are or whatever. But through time, people start to get messages and more interest, whatever. So their mind starts to change. And I feel like that might be something that happened here, or he just got so many messages that he forgot he told me that he had wiggle room. So I'm not super holding it against him, but that just goes into the awkwardness of the situation yesterday. Basically, when I showed up, he was unpleasant the whole time. He seemed inconvenienced by me being there. Even though I was giving him thousands of dollars, he wasn't super stoked about any of my questions. Even when I asked him if he wanted, can we start the motor before I buy it? He seemed like he was huffing and puffing. He didn't really want to do that. And all of these little things of him showing like him not being happy, I never felt a natural time to go over and talk numbers with him, because you always want your co-part in this situation to be in a good mood, because you don't want to offend anybody with your offer. It's already a weird, nervous, awkward situation, like bartering with somebody. So there was never a, hold on, I have to sneeze. Maybe another. I don't know. I'll let you know if I have to sneeze again. But, dude, I feel like I have to sneeze still. We're just gonna rock. We're just gonna rock. But you know how awkward it is negotiating. Like, and especially if somebody's grumpy, you don't want to just like slow down the whole momentum of the deal because you hit him low, and then he starts to like not care about it as much. He's banging it together like, yeah, I'll sell it to you, but now I don't care about it, so let's get it in the back of the truck, whatever. So it just never naturally came up. I'm not some sleazeball that's trying to wait until the end, wait for him to load it up, and then talk about numbers just in case, like just in hopes that he already did all the work, so he doesn't want to undo all the work, so he'll come off the price. That's not the case at all. I'm not one of those guys. I love business and I love good business, and I just understand that it doesn't usually happen that way. It's not a usual circumstance where I have somebody load the motor in the back of the truck and then I talk numbers. We already had a conversation about where he stood on it. So once it was loaded up and I had to talk about numbers because I had to pay the man, that's just when it naturally happened. And when I walked over there, I said, you know, where do you need to be at on it? And when he said 3,500, that's when it got super awkward. That's when the awkward silences crept in, because I honestly was shell shocked, because I was like, I don't know what to tell you. You said you had wiggle room, whatever. But he just seemed like he was on the verge of being very grumpy or angry the whole entire time I was there. So it was just an awkward situation talking numbers regardless. But it was a real interaction. That's why I posted it still, because I really went through it and it's real. And I appreciate you guys tagging along and bringing you guys along with all these things. They're not all glamorous. It's not always this like cool negotiation where you're going back and forth. You're listed at 3,500. Like, how about 2,500? And he's like, nah, man, I couldn't do less than 3,250. And I said, come on, meet me in the middle, 3,000, whatever. Like, it's not always this cool negotiation. Sometimes you feel the vibe and it's off and it's weird. And that's what happened yesterday. I honestly didn't even want to talk numbers. I wish I could have like hid behind a tree and just texted him. And then just been like, hey man, by any chance you take 3,300, which is more than I was originally gonna offer anyway. But I figured like, let's do 3,300, please. I don't want to upset you, man. I'm a people pleaser, all right? And it definitely gets in the way sometimes in this particular business, but I'm just keeping it real. So I wish I could have done that. I didn't even want to talk to him at all. People in the comments said they knew him and he actually is a cool guy. So I'm assuming maybe I just caught him on a bad day. Florida is super hot. There's bugs out there. So I'm not going to like hold him to it. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's a cool guy, just an off day. But I mean, regardless, he didn't even shake my hand. And that tells me a lot. Whatever, man. It didn't matter to me at what point he put the motor in the back of the truck. He could have put the motor in the back of the truck right when I got there, or we could have waited until the end. I was 100% gonna buy it. And considering he said that there was wiggle room, I figured, you know, at some point we're gonna talk numbers, but I'm gonna leave it up to him because he's the seller and I'm the buyer. You know, I'm just dancing to his flow. And, you know, everybody was mad at me that I apparently let him put it in the back of the truck before I talk numbers, but it could go either way. You know, if I was on the other end of the deal and I posted the video, everybody would say to me, man, you shouldn't have posted, or you shouldn't have loaded the motor in the truck before talking numbers. That's on you. It is what it is, man. Like, that's just how it happened, but it's not how I wanted it to happen. I felt like I didn't have a lot of control over the whole situation anyway, and it just ended up that way. There's also a lot of other little grumpy moments that he had that I didn't post just because I'm not in the business of making anybody look bad. And it was kind of to my expense because I just made myself look bad, I guess. But regardless, I enjoy what's happening right now. I enjoy that you literally get to see the good and the bad. And I'm not really hiding from it. I'm bummed that there was some hate comments and there was a lot of dramatic hate comments, like butchering me. And I didn't think that was warranted, but we're here now. It is what it is. I said I wasn't gonna harp on it, and I kind of harped on it for a while. So I think I'm gonna commit to this video and stop pacing and whatever. You know, I just love people, man. I love meeting people through this business, everything. It sucks whenever you run into somebody who's kind of a grump, because that's really part of the process to me, is meeting cool people through it all. When at the end of the road on the deathbed, I want to look back and know that I met a lot of cool people on the way, made a lot of friends, a lot of connections, this and that. And it sucks because he seems like he could have been a cool connection. His backyard was flooded with things that I honestly need. But I don't know, it just didn't work out. Maybe one day we'll cross paths again and clear the air, and he'll be cool and I'll be cool, and it is what it is. Regardless, I would give him the shirt off my back today. But man, we're here now, and we got a Yamaha 115. I just want to say, everybody who showed up in the comments with positivity, I don't remember if I said it earlier or not, but if you showed up in the comments with positivity, shout out to you. Literally, I needed it bad last night because all you guys are my friends. I love all you guys to death. I look forward to talking to all you guys in the comments. And I thought the ship was gonna sink, man. You know, all it takes is one bad video, I guess, and you could lose the whole dance. But the people that showed up in the comments, I love you guys, dude. And all you guys need to come to Skiffland, and we need to have a barbecue because, like, I appreciate you guys, you know, through thick and thin, for real. Regardless, I might be making too big of a deal out of this. It is what it is. A couple of things pointed out in the video from yesterday that I honestly just breezed past. This oil filter, no clue what's going on. Was it changed in 2018? Was it changed in 2023? I don't know. I actually don't think that this was his motor at all. I think he just flips motors. So, I mean, I actually think the whole shady part was on his end. He probably bought this motor for $1,500 somehow, and I gave him $3,300. So I don't know, and I'm still not even mad about it because I feel like I got a good deal. It runs good. It is what it is. But I don't think that this was his motor, considering what his backyard looked like and all the motors that he had and the work that he does. I don't think if you do all of that work, you would let your own motor go to the wayside and not change an oil filter for however long. So little things like that. The wiring harness, he didn't use this wiring harness to turn it on. He went and found another wiring harness to turn it on, which made me think that that was his known good wiring harness to turn on the motor, and he didn't necessarily know this wiring harness. Just little things that I'm trying to pick up and whatever. I could pick it apart, but there's no point because we're here now, and the old girl's hanging up in the shop. Now, it was squirrely as all get out getting this motor over here instead of it just laying in the back of the truck. But, dude, just trust me, that was a squirrely experience. I wish you guys were here. I wish I could have filmed it better, but whatever. So, yeah, that's that. I love you guys, man. And I just want to clear the air. I don't want anybody mad at me. I'm a happy guy. Like, last night was rough, man. At least for now, we need to go buy a bulb, like a primer bulb. We need to go put gas in that tank, clean that tank out before. There's no gas in it, but I just feel like I need to address that, clean it out somehow. And then a new fuel line, come back, put these controls on, and then we should be all right. Let me grab a spicy one before we get out of here. Nice LaCroix. I want to say today I emailed LaCroix for the first time. No clue where that's going to go, but I just want to keep record of it, that I emailed them, and that excites me a lot. Who knows what's going to come out of it. West Marine 12-gallon gas tank. I'll probably put 6 gallons in there. We'll see. If the motor runs and everything's all good, we'll fill her up. We have reached the land of the fuel line. Gonna take this one off, bring it in just for a comparison. I wish this one was a little longer because I would just keep this one. But, you know, putting a new fuel line on it is an upsell in my opinion. So I don't mind spending the $20-30 for a longer, nicer line. This one seems to be rotted on there anyway. Let me use 2 hands. Brother, I can't even lie. That took so much effort just to get it off. Let's get her in there, swap her out, something longer, something stronger. Out with the old, in with the new. This was $329 a foot, something like that. Looks like it'll, oh yeah, it's like the same. Perfecto. Oh, there we go. That's a good seal. I got 7 feet. Back at the warehouse, we have everything that I think we need. Got the primer bulb, new line, new gas in the tank, boat receptacles on the boat. I think we're good to go. Let me get all this stuff over there. See It's later in the day, so it's getting darker in here, which is cool because we get to close out of here early, but it's a bummer, man. I want my lights back. And I'm gonna need to grab a couple more hose clamps. Bingo. I love having this little box. I got it from Harbor Freight. It was pretty cheap. And it's come in handy quite often. This is what I came up with. Half a tank of gas in there. Hopefully we get that satisfying click right here that you didn't get earlier. Oh yeah. Kind of satisfying, a little bit. All right, are we in business? Let's see, I'll give it. Oh yeah. Beautiful. All right, pressurized. Vent is open. Now let me do the controls real quick. Is she still hooked up? Oh yeah. Wonderful. Let me do the controls. And then we're gonna get a first fire. Dude, we're gonna get a first fire of this motor. I know it. Fingers crossed. I know it's a good motor, dude. I know it. Let's get these cables out of here. I have so many spare cables now, which is good because like I'll always need cables. I'll always need controls, wiring harnesses, everything. Dude, like taking this all by the horns. I'm gonna need everything to keep pumping out projects. All of it, everything. I need it all. Center consoles, steering wheels, motors, trolling motors, boats, trailers, anything. I need to keep it pumping. Pulling platforms, casting decks, Yeti coolers, gas tanks. We need a bunch. We need batteries. I mean, you name it. We need it all. Power poles, spikes. I'm just looking around, seeing what we have in here right now. I need more. I need doubles. I need triples. I need it all. Right now, I'm going to dive into the controls. Open it up. I mean, I guess I can just save that. No. We're not cutting corners today. I'm going to take these controls out of there, run them back through, whatever. And then these controls in. I'm snaking it through like I said I would. And we're going to get a clean, proper first start of exactly how it's going to look. Seriously, though, look how nice these controls are. I'm stoked. He gave me these controls and the cables for like $100 out of his shop in South Daytona. I put the control box together. I moved the throttle to the appropriate side, and then I electric taped the old harness to the new harness, and I'm gonna try and just snake it through. Fingers crossed that goes well, because that'll literally be the last thing other than bolting this control box to the center console. But if this goes well, then we're really gonna be cooking with gas. Last time I pulled it through, I didn't have the throttle and gear cables through, so it might be a little difficult. I'm gonna use you as a light. I need to get all this other wire out of here. It's literally not gonna be used. I cut it all in half. But okay, all right. I know that we can at least pull a little more through. All right, maybe something like that. And then we can readjust. I'm doing things in the wrong order. for sure, but brother, I want to hear this motor fire up. Let me tell you, that would make me feel good on a day like today. All right, let me do this. I'm gonna do it solo. Wish me the best. Wish me luck. Ugh. We got all the way through, but we're getting hung up over here. Oh, we're so close. I don't want to force it because if... there we go. Oh, dude, that feels good. That felt fantastic. Get that wire through there. All right. Now we can take this off. Got the old tape off of the new harness. I'm gonna leave this tape on there just to keep everything together. Now I just need to come over here and take this off, squeeze that harness out of there. And then we're off to the races. What do you think? That's a 10? Bingo. Got everything buttoned up for the meantime. I got the control box on here. This is the stuff. This is for the tilt. This is for, I believe, the like the little beepy thing. So that's not in there. So no beep. I have one on another control box. I might put it on, might not. But we should be good for a fire up. We got the battery. We have gas. We did not have gas last time. Okay. I'm gonna move this out there so we have more light. I even have a little beepy thing right here. All right. I got a bunch of stuff, man. I got a bunch of stuff. I need to get rid of a lot of it. My neighbor keeps parking in this spot. Apparently all these spots are mine, but every day I get here, there's cars in that spot, all the spots. It is what it is. I had to hop up on the curb for a second just so we can get some daylight out here. Brother, I think we're ready. Gas, battery, ignition. Let me go get some water. Water is now on. She's peeing good. Dude, there's so much room where there's not a boat in here. We could play a little pickup game of basketball right here. All right. I'm excited. Now I'm excited. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna put you guys back there. This is a big deal to me. This is the first motor we're cranking up at the new place. Let's clean out some cobwebs. See if she'll hop into gear. Sounded like it. Hello. Back to neutral. Hello. All right. I mean, she's idling good. She's a little just because the steering's not holding her down at all. I don't have the steering cable hooked up. But okay, trim or tilt. Sounds like she's running good to me, brother. All right, let's kill it. Maybe one more time for the road. Lovely. One more. Brother. We just had to clear out the cobwebs. She's turning into a beast. Let's turn her off. Let's get the water off. Let's get the hose back in there. Water's off. To be honest, I don't know how the water was on. I thought I had to pay for that also. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, that's what I paid for today with JEA. Paid for them to turn on the water and the electric, all of that. Water was still on. We'll see. I don't know. If I can save $1, I'm gonna figure it out. Regardless, I figured we talk about it while she's out here in the daylight, and then I'll kill the video and I'll put her back in solo. Don't want to bore you with all that nitty gritty. She looks good out here, man. This boat is turning into one of my favorite boats. The Yamaha 60 fired right up. Yeah, let it clear out some cobwebs now. But dude, I see the vision so hard now coming together like day by day. The Yamaha 60 might give you a little buff and polish to that cowling. These controls look really good. They're all dirty because I got them dirty with my hands and whatnot. But she'll clean up nice. Really, really good controls. Way better than the other ones that I had laying around. As soon as I can turn that shop vac back on, I'll get all this little fiberglass dust out of here, and I'll continue the EVA foam throughout the boat. The riptide up front, brother. Fishing machine. Some key things that we need to get done. We either need to replace or just get rid of that fuel water separator. I need to go through this whole boat with 5200 and plug every single hole. Another thing, we need a switch for the jack plate. I need to get another bolt for that bolt that broke off on the other side of the jack plate. We need to dress up this center console. We need a new steering wheel. We need a new steering cable. Speakers, probably 2 right here. Maybe 2 on the side of the console. And then we need rod holders and more EVA foam. Probably clean up these wheels, throw a coat of black on them. You know, just the normal touches, the normal things. If you have any suggestions, let me know. If I should get a cushion seat upholstered, let me know. I think it's pretty cool how it is. The hatches are easily accessible and I don't have to worry about putting a cushion in the truck, although it already has this track. So I would just need a cushion and some snaps. Snaps are already back here too. I don't know, I'll look into a cushion, a little white with black diamond stitch cushion back here. I think that'd bring this boat to the next level as well. I still need to clean out the inside of the center console for sure. That's a big one. That's a big project. Get some acrylic. I'm gonna get rid of the gauges. I'm gonna look for some Yamaha gauges, but if I can't find them, then I will just acrylic over probably that whole top and all these switches. Keep it simple on this one, you know, just a control box and a radio and a switch for the trim. Keep it super simple. All right, well, I'm gonna go home and eat an avocado. I got a little rebellious on my diet the past couple of days. All right, I'll be the first to admit it. It's been 7 months since I ate normal food. I got a taste of something normal and I just kind of went overboard. A little rebellious, but we're still here, we're still kicking. So all is well, all is good. I'm going to go home and eat a really bland avocado and some 100% whole wheat bread and have a chill sesh. And can't thank you guys enough for staying to this part of the video. If you made it to this point of the video, you're a legend for sure. Because I mean, I got the yapping earlier. We turned a couple wrenches in the video, all right? but I really just wanted to address all the stuff from yesterday. You know, it is what it is. So I don't want to yap too much at the end of the video as well. So I'm going to kill the video right here. Hope everybody is having a good Monday. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the rest of the week. I'm going to see you tomorrow. I'll tell you to enjoy your Tuesday also. But, yeah, I'm not going to bore you too much. I'm yapping. Dude, I'm yapping. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Sometimes this is my favorite part of the video because it's like the real ones really stay till this point. Like the after credit, that's how I know you're real. You're real. So we can get a little more intimate. We can talk about whatever. How you doing? How's the mental health? How's everything? What do you want to talk about? Let's small talk. I really want to talk about merch. Actually, I've been considering merch for a long time. I used to be a screen printer before all this boat stuff. Screen printer, clothing designer. I don't have any ambition to screen print again, but I would like to keep it local, you know what I mean? But my idea is that I'm gonna be the one driving it, but it's gonna be separate. It's not gonna be like my merch, but it'll be like my clothing company, I guess. Does that make sense? It's not gonna be like the Skiff guy merch. It's gonna be like, I want to call it Skiff Paradise. And I want it all to be like a cool little Skiff Paradise logo right here on the breast, and on the back it'd be like a different type of scene every time, probably like a little like sandbar type scene with a skiff halfway out of the water, and like a skeleton like drinking a little coconut with a straw, but like chill, super chill. And like every new shirt be like a different scene on the back, something skiff related, maybe like a small boat in big waters. And just like painting a picture of some type of cool skiff related scene, and the company would be called Skiff Paradise. That's what I was thinking. I'm just gonna put that out in the world, and I might start talking to some people, maybe get some designs made and have a good time with it all. But it's just crazy that we're even talking about merch, like it's a real thing. Everything is just like moving so fast, brother. We're at like 6,000 subscribers right now. I think we were at 5,999 before I started making the video, so I'm just being a little ambitious, hoping that we hit 6 during the time that I wasn't looking. Because brother, I look at it all. I sit there and I just get so giddy and excited. I show my wife, but I just can't believe things are moving in this direction to where we're talking about merch. It's just all very exciting, and maybe I saved that for the real ones to just kind of, let's just chill and talk about stuff like this at the end of the videos. But yeah, dude, I can't thank you guys enough for tagging along. Now we can like really stay through thick and thin, because last night was like a trial of like who's gonna just like abandon ship, I guess. And I don't know, I could be just being dramatic, I don't know, but some of those hate comments were crazy. So I appreciate all you guys for sticking around. Love you guys. Peace.